On today's show, we're going to create a soup, an awesome southern dish. I almost want to call it a traditional Charleston dish. Probably not, but I guarantee it's traditional in the low country south. That's okra soup. We're going to put together a Charleston okra soup. And you know what? I think it's actually going to be a Charleston Thanksgiving okra soup because of this little guy right here. That's a ham bone that came out of our ham that we had Thanksgiving about a week back, and we're going to take that, we're going to create an unbelievable stock, and then we're going to add all of our little goodies right here to our stock, and then we're going to create an unbelievable soup. Welcome to Gourmet Fishing. I'm your host, David Murray. So hey, it's all right here. Why don't we get started on our Charleston okra soup right now. Let's get started on our Charleston okra soup, our Charleston Thanksgiving okra soup. Man, we've got everything we need right here. Hey, we got, again, there's our Thanksgiving ham bone with some of the ham chopped up. I've kind of, this was one of the sweeter of the honey baked spiral hams or something like that. So I kind of rinsed it off to get some of that residual sweetness off of it. So we've got our ham. Okay, now over here, we've got, that is 96 ounces of beef broth. Here's 32 ounces of chicken stock. That's going to be part of the basis of our okra soup stock. Then we've got a whole onion. This is a sweet onion diced up. We've got 2 cans. I think these are the 28-ounce cans, these guys right here, of whole peeled tomatoes. These are diced tomatoes right there. You know, and that's really about it. We've got some parsley. We've got some fresh thyme, we've got some sugar, we've got some ground thyme, which is really going to add a little earthy deliciousness to our okra soup. Then we've got salt and pepper. So, I mean, heck, I think it's time to get rolling now. I'm going to take and move these out of the way, which is our, our vegetables, and I think tomatoes are fruit, isn't it? I don't know. Might be. I think it is. So anyway, so we're going to come in. Let's see. I'm not going to use that. I'll use my sugar. We got this. We got our diced tomatoes. So it is time for us to begin our stock preparation. Now I'm using a pressure cooker to cook my soup. Now that's going to cut that time down, and good Lord, almost a third, a third to a half. Because we're gonna cook our stock for about 20 minutes at 15 pounds of pressure, which is going to get us up to, I think, I'll check, about 265 degrees. That's the neat thing about a pressure cooker, is you're able to cook under high pressure, which allows you to bring that temperature up. Because I think we all know that water boils at 212, so that's that's why it takes you a little bit longer when you're using a standard pot. But hey, you know what? You can use one of these right here, a heavy bottom pot, no problem at all. It's just for the first go around to get our stock going. It's gonna take us 20 minutes. It take you 45 minutes, maybe an hour of bringing that up to a boil in a regular pot, reducing to a simmer, and then putting a top on it and just let it do its thing over that period of time. So that's why I like the pressure cooker. So I tell you what, we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take the top off of this. Off you go back here, bring this over, and I'm gonna go ahead and fire this sucker up on high because we wanna get that thing up to temperature and pressure as quickly as possible. And I'm gonna come in with our ham bone, our Thanksgiving ham bone, and I've kind of trimmed it up fairly well. There's a little bit of fat there. Try to keep as much fat as I can, but I tell you what, there's an unbelievable amount of flavor inside that bone, and that's really gonna aid us. So we've got that. I'm gonna come in here with my diced tomatoes. I'm just gonna add those in just like that. All right. Now, next we got 2 tablespoons of sugar. Anybody go, wait, you just said you washed your hand. Anyway, the sugar helps to take a little bit of the bitterness out of the tomatoes, the canned tomatoes. I always, as a rule, use sugar anytime I'm doing anything with tomato sauce, tomato paste. Almost all the time with tomato paste and diced tomatoes. Sometimes I'll get in a little bit of trouble. People saying that my sweet red rice isn't red rice because I use so much sugar. Well, I use a heck of a lot of tomato paste too. But anyway, let's go ahead and, you know what? I'm going to come in here. Let's grab our thyme. This is three little nice healthy little stalks of fresh thyme. We're going to take that. We're going to make a bouquet garni or a little bundle of herb goodness. Let's see. We're going to grab some parsley. This is long leaf or Italian parsley. What are we going to do here? Maybe one. Yep, there we go. One more. So I got, what do we have here? We've got 4 stalks of our parsley and 3 nice stalks of our thyme. And I got a little bit of butcher's twine right here. And let's see if I can tie this thing quickly. There we go, just like that. Okay. Reason I'm tying it together is just, you know, it's a lot easier. It's going to be a lot easier to find this and just pull this whole thing out and toss it. Now I'm going to take my little measuring cup I got here, and I'm just going to come in and just kind of bruise our herbs up. That's going to help to begin to release some of these oils. I'm going to make one more little knot right here. It just didn't seem tight enough for me. There you go. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much better. Off he goes, just like that. Now, we've got 32 ounces chicken broth. And we've, like I said, we've got 96 ounces. So we're going to have about a gallon of liquid in here. And this is going to serve quite a few people. So just like that. Oh, man. I can already taste how good this thing's going to be. Now, I got some pepper. I'm going to come in here, start out with probably a tablespoon and a half. We can always add at the end to kind of sort of get it to our taste. Again, same thing with some salt, just like that. Okay, I'll tell you what, man, we are almost ready to begin phase 1, which is our okra soup stock creation. I think we've got everything we need in here. Yes, we do, because the ground thyme and our vegetables will go in afterwards. So, here we are, just like so. Let's see if I can get this thing lined up, just like that. Now, this is really more of a pressure canner than a pressure cooker, but I tell you what, man, it is amazing how quickly you can cook in these things. Now, they are dangerous. You know, for good Lord's sake, you know, you need to understand everything about these things before you just jump in and start cooking away, because that pressure can cause some serious issues. So here we go, just like that. Here it is, my little weight. This little weight thing will allow me to cook at 5, 10, and 15 pounds of pressure. I'm going to 15 pounds of pressure. So when this thing comes to where it comes to a boil, it's going to definitely come to a boil, but when this thing starts spittering and spattering and steam releases out, I'm going to turn it down. Right now it's on high. I'll turn that thing down to just above low, and that'll keep that that temperature going and let it cook. So right now we're going to wait for this to come to the spitter spattering of steam, and then we're going to cook for 20 minutes. Oh yeah. Oh, there she goes. Heck yeah. Hear that little spitter spattering going on right there? Now it's time to turn our heat down. Put it, you know, I go from low to high, and it's 2, 4, 6, 8 in between those two. So I'm going to put this thing on about 4, and that will allow me to maintain this temperature of, this is about 260 is what 15 pounds of pressure gets you in my cooker. So while we were bringing this up to temperature back here in the rice cooker, I got a couple of cups of rice preparing itself to be consumed with my soup. I like to, that's me. You don't have to have rice. I like to serve my okra soup with rice in a bowl. Oh man, I tell you what, it's gonna be so good. So I tell you what, we've got about 20 minutes of that, and then we will build our soup in our okra soup stock. Yes. Okay, yep. Yes, sirree. We are at our 20-minute mark. I have turned the heat off. You can kind of tell it stopped spattering, but it's still at about 255 degrees, so you got to be careful. So now what we have to do is I'm going to move this off the heat. Now we're going to let this cool down, and as it cools down, the pressure will decrease. And at the same time, just a second ago, the old rice cooker beeped and said it's ready. Now, I'm probably going to do something here that you probably, let's just do read your instructions to your pressure cooker. Okay, I'm going to try to speed up my process to reduce the pressure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this fan on, and then I'm going to quickly remove that little weight and let that heat go up. So it's going to be loud, and then we're going to segue right back into cooking. Here we go. You ready? Whoop, almost. Ta-da! Our pressure has been reduced. We're not producing any more steam, so we can now slowly undo our top. This is one of the things you got to be careful with. If it was still under pressure, I think it'd just make a mess. So, oh man, check that thing out right there. Yes, sirree. Oh, the smells are unbelievable. Heck yeah. Check it out. Oh man. Heck yeah, that bone. That meat is falling right off the bone. Heck yeah. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this just a little bit of a taste. So I hope I don't burn my lips off. Mmm. Yum, yum, yum. That's good. That's going to be real good here in a minute. You know what? Let's see here. Give me that. Check out my herbs. Yeah. My little bouquet garni. You know what? I think I'm still going to leave. I think I'm going to leave that in there still. It's still got some goodness into it. So here we go. We're going to come in with our onion. Just like that. That was a sweet onion. Just one medium-sized onion. Kind of just chopped it up. And right here we've got okra. I got 2 pounds of okra. Right here we got butter beans. We call them civvy beans here in Charleston. You got to be kind of an older in Charleston. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's butter beans. And then I got some corn. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to carefully add that in there. Yeah, just like so. Heck yeah. All right, man, this thing is coming together. It's going to be good. Yep, had a little bit of okra left over. Couldn't get it in that bowl. Just like that. Oh man, check that thing out. Let's go ahead and give that a nice stir. Oh yeah. Ow. Oh, by the way, that thing's hot. Just letting you know. Man, that is looking to be awesome. Now, let's see here. We've got right here, this is a teaspoon and a teaspoon. I was going to use 2 teaspoons, but I said, you know what? Can always add more. It's kind of hard to pick up. This is ground thyme. So I got a teaspoon of that in here, just like that. Put you here, over. Kind of give that a stir. Just like so. Now, we have 2 28-ounce cans of whole peeled tomatoes. And we're going to come in here and make a mess, and we're just going to squeeze those tomatoes just like that. Just kind of break them apart. Careful, because when you do squeeze them, the juice kind of goes everywhere, so be careful with that. But we're just going to break them up. And I have found if you take your thumb, kind of puncture it first and then squeeze it. But you know, we're just trying to just mess it up just to make it look like that. So, and it's going to be delicious. All right, tell you what, we are we are done with our squeezing our whole peeled tomatoes. Now I'm going to come in with that juice. We're going to add that juice to it just like that. Heck yeah, that's going to be perfect. Come back in, we're going to give it a nice stir, bring everything together. Check that out, man. That is, oh wow, it's going to be delicious here in a little bit. So, there we go. We are at the point to where we've got to cover and cook for another 15 to 20 minutes. And I've been thinking about that because sometimes if you over pressure cook vegetables, they'll just kind of just fall apart. I've had that happen numerous times with the butter beans. All of a sudden, man, the longer you're cooking, the better it's going to be. No, it just kind of sort of go away, and it makes a kind of a thick soup, and you go, oh, what did I do? So anyway, we don't want to overcook our soup. Let's see here, which way are we going? Yep, just like that. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to bring this back up to that little sputtering point, and we're going to cook for about 15 to 16 minutes. So here we go. We're going back on high, bring it up to pressure and temperature, and 15 minutes after that, 16 minutes or so like that, we will begin serving our Charleston okra soup. Oh man, I tell you what, I cannot wait to get inside and see what we've got in here. We cooked for about 14 minutes. I was just something just said, all right, let's don't go over 15. So we went at 14 minutes at our 15 pounds or 265 degrees. All right, let's see what we've got here. Oh my, check that out. Still bubbling up a little bit. I'm gonna move you right there. Let's see here. What do we have? I'm gonna grab myself a towel so I don't burn myself this time like the last time. Anyway, oh man, look at that. Oh wow, delicious looking. Now, if you yeah, I'm not the biggest tomato guy on the planet, and I probably should have, you know, gone an extra step or two and actually kind of sort of made little smaller pieces. Nah, it's, you know, that's up to you. No big deal. So it's not going to affect the flavor whatsoever. So I tell you what, man, that is, I can't wait. I tell you. So let's go ahead and get this thing served up. I went ahead and got myself a bowl, got me some rice from back over here, and I tell you what, let's go ahead and dish this thing up and see what we got. Just gonna come in here just like that. Oh yeah, look at those. Got ham in there. Oh man, check that out. Wow, heck yeah. Just like so. Man, check this thing. I tell you what, look at that. Man, you got your little ham in there, your okra, your tomatoes, your corn. Oh man, your butter beans. Tell you what, we're gonna have a little bit more. I gotta get a little bit of that, a little bit more of that juice in there. How's that? Just like so. Yep. Oh man, how about it? Wow, there you go. Holy, oh wow, holy cow, can't wait. Cannot wait. You know what, the heck with that. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a shot and see what we've got. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, hold on. Oh. Man, if that isn't flavors of Charleston, flavors of the low country, the southern low country, I don't know what is. But I tell you what, man, I really do hope y'all give this a shot. It's a great way, you know, if you got a ham bone left over from Thanksgiving or Christmas, perfect way to put that to use. Oh man, there you go, right there. There is our Charleston okra soup. Hey, right down here, another video for you. Fish stew, unbelievable, delicious, simple, easy. Hey, right here, click that subscribe button. I tell you what, until next time, God bless, and we'll see you soon.